Good evening, my lovely students. We thank the Almighty God for His mercies and allowing us to have our next lesson. Core Mathematics Lesson 4. Today we are going to talk about fractions. But before we talk about fractions, so far, the assignment I have given you, none of you have given me a feedback, whether you were able to do it, whether you weren't able to solve it, I don't know. Please try to give me the feedback. Thank you very much. Now let's continue. As I said, today we are going to deal with fractions. We are going to talk about addition, subtraction, and division of fractions. Addition, subtraction, and division of fractions. Then we also look at word problem on fractions. Now let's look at this. Addition and subtraction of fractions. Addition and subtraction of fractions. The numerators of fractions can only be added or subtracted if they have the same denominator, i.e. 1 over 8 plus 2 over 8 is equal to 3 over 8. Therefore, to add or subtract fractions, find their equivalent fractions with a common denominator. The best common denominator is the LCM of the denominators. Let's look at some illustrative examples. Example 1. Perform the following operations as have been given. I, and IV. Let's try to solve some. Then you will do the rest on your own. Now let's look at I. Solution. 1 over 2 plus 2 over 5 is equal to 5 plus 4 all divided by 10. Now the LCM for 2 and 5 is 10. That's why I've written 10. Then 5 plus 4 is equal to 9 over 10. Let's look at the second solution. 3 over 4 plus 7 over 8 plus 1 over 2. The LCM of 4, 8, and 2 is 8. Then 4 will go into 8. 2 times 3 is 6. 8 go into 8, 1. 7, 1, 7. That's written there, plus 7. 2 goes into 8 4 times. 4, 1, 4. So that's plus 4. Now when you add or sum them up, 6 plus 7 plus 4, you get 17 divided by 8. Because it is improper fraction, you can't leave your answer 17 over 8. So you then change it to mixed fraction. So 8 will go into 17 2 times, remainder 1 over 8. Let's get to the third solution, whereby 3.5 plus 2 whole number 2 over 3 is equal to. Now, in such question, if the question is given in a mixed fraction, try to change it into improper fraction before solving it. Then, after solving it, you change it back to mixed fraction. So you can see on the solution, we have changed it into improper fraction. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1 is 7 over 2. Plus 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2 is 8 over 3. Which is equal to, then you find the LCM for 2 and 3. The LCM of 2 and 3 is 6. 6 is written there. Then 2 will go into 6 3 times. 3, 7, 21. That's 21 written there. Plus 3 goes into 6 2 times. 2 times 8 is 16. So 16 is written there. this is equal to 21 plus 16 is equal to 37 over 6. As I said earlier on, you can't leave your answer in improper fraction way. So you need to change it into mixed fraction. So 6 will go into 37 6 times. Remember 1, because this is 36. Remember 1 over 6. Now let's go to subtraction. Subtraction. Example is given. Perform the following operations. 3 over 4 minus 3, 1 over 3. Then I is also given. Then I is also given. It's the same as the addition, the way you solve addition. But this one, only the operation sign have changed. That is a minus or subtraction in mathematical term. So let's look at the first solution. 3 over 4 minus 1 over 3. The LCM for 4 and 3 is 12. So 4 goes to 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 goes to 12. 4 times 1 is 4. So it will be 9 minus 4 over 12. When you solve it, 9 minus 4 is 5 over 12. This one is a common fraction, so you don't need to change. Leave the answer in that manner. Let's go to II. 2 whole number 1 over 3 minus 1 whole number 1 over 4. As I said, you change it into improper fraction. So it will be 2 times 3 is 6 plus 1, 7 over 3. 4 times 1 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 4, which is equal to, define the LCM for 3 and 4, which is 12. 3 going to 12, 4, 7, 28, minus 4 going to 12, 3, 5, 15, which is equal to 28 minus 15 is 13, divided by 12. This is improper fraction, so we are going to change it into mixed fraction. This is equal to 1 whole number 1 over 12. Because 12 will go into 13 once. Remember 1 divided by 12. Now let's come to multiplication of fractions. Multiplication of fractions. To multiply two fractions, multiply top numbers together and bottom numbers together and cancel if possible. Mixed numbers must first be changed to improper fractions before multiplying. Now let's look at some examples. These are illustrative examples. We are going to solve them. I, and IV. I. Now you have to convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. Mixed numbers into improper fractions. So 1 over 3 times 4 over 5, which is equal to 4 times 1 is 4, 3 times 5 is 15. This straight away. II. It is a mixed fraction. 2 whole number 1 over 3 times 1 whole number 1 over 2. This is equal to, you convert it to improper fraction, 3, 2, 6 plus 1, 7 over 3, 2, 1, 2 plus 1, 3 over 2. This is equal to 3 will cancel 3. You can decide to cancel first. 3 will cancel 3. 3 cancels F1, goes 3, 1. So leave it 1 over 1, 7 over 1 times 1 over 2. So 7 times 1 is 7, then 2 times 1 is 2. It's improper fraction, so you change it to mixed fraction. So 2 goes to 7 3 times, 2, 3, 6, remember 1 over 2. Let's solve the third example. 14 over 15 times 5 over 21. Now this one is straightforward. 5 cancels off 1, goes to 15 3 times. 14. 7 goes to 14 2 and goes to 21 3. So it will be 2 times 1 divided by 3 times 3. 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 3 is 9. It is common fraction. So you leave your answer like that. Then let's look at the next one. Another mixed fraction. 3 whole number 1 over 7 times 4 whole number 1 over 2 times 1 whole number 5 over 9. Now we are going to change them into improper fraction. So 3 goes to 7, 3 7 21 plus 1 22 divided by 7. 4 2 times 4 2 8 plus 1 9 divided by 2 times 9 1 9 plus 5 14 divided by 9. This one you can cancel straight away. Now this is how we are going to do it. 2 here 1, 2 into 22 11. 9 here 1, 9 into 9 1. 7 here 1, 7 to 42. 7 to 14 2. So we are going to get 11 times 1 times 2 divided by 1 times 1 times 1, which is equal to 22. Now let's get to division. Division of fractions. In order to divide a fraction, say 1 over 3 by 2 over 5, the second fraction is turned upside down to give 5 over 2. And then the first 1 over 3 is multiplied by the 5 over 2. That is, when 1 over 3 is divided by 2 over 5, the 1 over 3 will remain. Then when we want to change the operation sign from division to multiplication, we are going to change the second fraction, which will be 5 over 2. No longer 2 over 5. It will be 5 over 2. It will change so that you can multiply because of the operation sign. So this is equal to 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 2 is 6. Mixed numbers must first be changed to improper fraction before dividing. Okay, let's look at example. Now, we have 1 divided by 2, 1 over 2 divided by 1 over 4. Then we have 3 whole number 1 over 4 divided by 2 whole number 1 over 3. As you can see. Let's look at the solution. 1 over 2 divided by 1 over 4. This is equal to 1 over 2. And I said you change this one upside down. So times 4 over 1, which is equal to 2. 4, 1, 4, 2, 1, 2. So 4 over 2 is 2. The second one. 7 over 12 divided by 1 whole number 1 over 2. In this case, you write 7 over 12, still bring the division sign, then change the next fraction to improper fraction, which will be 2, 1, 2 plus 1, 3 over 2. This is equal to 7 over 12 times 2 over 3. 7 times 2 is 14. Then 12 times 3 is 36. So 14 times 36. Now 7 goes into 14. 2 goes into 14 7 times and goes into 36 18 times. So 7 over 18. Or you can divide 2. 2 goes into 1 and goes into 12. 6. So 7 times 1 is 7. 3 6 is 18. As you can see. Then the next example, another mixed fraction. 3 whole number 1 over 7 divided by 4 whole number 5 over 7. which is equal to 22 over 7 divided by 33 over 7, because we have changed them into improper fraction. By doing so, you turn one upside down, the left one. 22 over 7 times 7 over 33. 7 cancels 7. 11 into 22, 2 times. 11 into 33, 3 times. So it will be 2 times 1, 2. 3 times 1, 3. That's 2 over 3. Then 6 divided by 1 over 3 is equal to 6 over 1 divided by 1 over 3. Because 6 whole number is the same as 6 over 1. Don't confuse yourself. So therefore, 6 over 1 times 3 over 1 is equal to 18. Then the last one, 2 over 5 divided by 4 is equal to 2 over 5 divided by 4 divided by 1, 4 over 1. This is equal to 2 over 5 times 1 over 4. Because 4 over 1, you change it to become 1 over 4. So 2 times 1, 2 cancels out 1, goes to 4 2 times. So 1 times 1 is 1, and 5 times 2 is 10. Now let's look at order of operations, BODMAS. Order of operation, BODMAS. As you can see on your screen, when solving problems involving fractions which have more than one of the following signs of multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division, we use what is known as BODMAS. The following steps should be followed in order, in the order shown. Now, step 1, deal with anything in brackets first. If there is any, that's bracket first. Two, deal with O, that's equal to of. If there's any, that is multiplication. When you say of means multiplication. So after the bracket, multiplication. That's bracket of. When you see of, deal with the of first before you get to the multiplication. Now step 3. Step 3. Deal with D, as division, if there is any. Step 4. Deal with M, multiplication. So accordingly, then step 5, you deal with A, addition, if there is any. Then step 6, you deal with S, the subtraction. So in any BODMAS, subtraction is the last to be solved for. So let's look at BODMAS example. We have 1 over 2 divided by 3, into bracket 13 divided by 4 divided by 2, 25 divided by 8. So this is a 5 over 3, because we are dealing with the ones in the bracket first. So 5 over 3 minus 7 over 4 divided by 21 over 8. Now 5 over 3 minus 7 over 4 times 8 over 21. So you need to capsize it down because of the division. Then 5 over 3 minus 2 over 3. That's 7 over 4 times 4 divided by 21. Get 2 over 3. Then 5 over 3 minus 2 over 3. You get 3 over 3. Then 3 over 3 is equal to 1. Then the second solution, BODMAS. 21 over 3 plus 4, 41, 4 whole number, 2 whole number 1 over 3, plus 4 whole number 1 over 2, divided by 8 whole number 1 over 5. And this is called, you solve the one in the bracket first. So 2 whole number 1 over 3, You convert it and make it 7, because it will be 7 over 3. You change it to improper fraction, which will give you 7 over 3 plus 4 whole number 1 over 2. Change it to improper fraction will give you 9 over 2 divided by, you change the 8 whole number 1 over 5 into improper fraction, which will give you 41 over 5. So we are going to solve the bracket first. So LCM for 2 and 3 is 6. So 3 will go into 6, 2, 2, 7, 14. Plus 2 going to 6, 3, 3, 9, 27. All divided by 6, divided by 41 over 5. So 14 plus 27 will give us 41 divided by 6. Then because of this, division shall tend to multiplication, so it will be times 5 over 41. So 41 cancel 41, it will leave it 5 over 6. And you can see the next example for yourself. 2 whole number 1 over 3 plus 4 whole number as indicated. Now let's get to word problem. Word problems. Some problems actually require good knowledge of fractions, as in the following examples. Let's wait for example. Example 1. A rod is 10 whole number 7 over 8 meters long. 4 over 9 of it is cut off. What is the remaining length? Now let's look at the solution. We have first method and second method. Now the first method, the 4 over 9 of 10 whole number 7 over 8 is equal to 4 over 9 times 10 whole number. Because anytime I said this, when you see off, it means multiplication. 10 whole number 7 over 8. So therefore, 4 over 9 times 87 over 8. Because you convert the mixed fraction to improper fraction. Then 4 cancels off 1, goes to 8, 2. So it will be 87 divided by 9. 18. 9 times 2 to be 18. So 87 divided by 18 will be 29 over 6. 29 over 6. Because 3 can divide 18 6 times, and 87 29 times. So the remaining length, because the first length has been given, so now the remaining length will be, you subtract the 29 over 6 from the 10 whole number 7 over 8, which is equal to 87 over 8 minus 29 over 6. So the LCM for 8 and 6 is 24. About 8 going to 24, 6 times 87 is 261, minus 6 going to 24, 8 times 29 is 116. When they subtract, you get 245 divided by 24. This is improper fraction, so you change it into mixed fraction. 24 going to 145 6 times. So 6 whole number, remainder 1 over 24. Now we have a second method. Second method. This is the first method, and the second method is this. If 4 over 9 of the total length is cut off, then 1. We assume that the whole length is equal to 1. So 1 minus 4 over 9, which is equal to 5 over 9. So 4 over 9 of the 1 have been cut off, so it's left with our 5 over 9. So 5 over 9 of it will be the remaining length. Therefore, the remaining length, 5 over 9, of 10 whole number, 7 over 8, is equal to 5 over 9 times 10 whole number, 7 over 8. This is equal to 5 over 9 times 87 over 8, which is equal to 145 times 24. Sorry, divided by 24. And with 24 goes into 145 6 times. I mean, 1 over 24. Now, let's take some assignments, which I plead on your behalf, that you should submit all my assignment for me, please. If anything you don't understand, let me know. I just want to know if you have understood what we are doing. So, assignment number 1, evaluate the following. Evaluate the following. I, V, I. 2. Aki has a 2 whole number 1 over 4 meter length of copper piping. A. He uses 2 over 3 of it for a job. What length of pipe is left? B. He uses 1 over 8 of a meter from the pipe left for another job. How much of the original is left? 3. A rainwater barrel was 2 over 3 full of water. After 60 liters of water were used from the barrel, it was 5 over 12 full. How much water does the barrel hold when full? Then, 3. Amina spends 17 over 35 of her pocket money on transport and food. If she spends 2 over 7 on transport only, what fraction does she spend on food? 4. 2 over 5 of employees in a company drive to work. 1 over 3 travel by bus and the rest walk. Find the fraction who walk. Thank you for being with me once again. We've come to an end of today's lesson. God willing, next week we will be talking, or we'll be looking at standard form. Standard form. So prepare and you can solve some examples on standard form before we meet. Tomorrow, God willing, we will be doing economics. We'll be taking our first economics lesson. Thank you very much, and God be with us all. Assalamu alaikum.